Hello, and thank you for joining us for First Friday video. Today's topic is Write a Professional Thank You Email. I'm Carol Vellucci, CCB Career Coach. And I know you might be thinking that thank you notes are a relic from the past, but I can assure you that many hiring managers and HR professionals think otherwise. So I'm going to give you a few tips on how and when to write a professional thank you email. The main reason to write a thank you email is to follow up an interview that you've had with an employer. The employer has engaged you in an interview, whether that's face-to-face, virtual, or by phone. And you are obviously interested in learning about the job and the company. So regardless of the format, or whether that interview goes well or not so well, or whether you are interested in the job or not so interested, it's still appropriate to follow up with an email. Let's say, for example, you are very interested in the position. Your email could focus on thanking the interviewer for the opportunity to learn more about the position and also reiterate your interest in the job. But let's say you realize during the interview that you are not interested in the position. Your email would still thank the interviewer for the opportunity to meet. If you are absolutely certain you're not interested, you can withdraw your candidacy in the email. But if you'd like to leave it open, you can write a general thank you note. I'll show you some examples in a few minutes. Now, what if there is more than one interviewer? It's very common now to have panel interviews where several people ask you questions. Who should receive your thank you email then? Well, if there are just a few people, it's wise to get their business cards or contact information and send individual and personalized emails to each of them, not the same email to all of them. But if it's a larger group, you can send your email to the lead interviewer and ask that person to share it with the group. Now, what makes an email professional? Well, first, the salutation. Unless you've been asked to address the interviewer by their first name, your email should start formally, as in Dear Miss Smith, Dear Mr. Smith, or Dear Dr. Smith. The use of hey in the salutation, such as Hey Dr. Smith, is never appropriate. The body of your email should just be a few sentences. Use this section to thank the interviewer for their time and perhaps mention something you've learned or especially liked from the interview. If during the interview you did not answer a question to your own satisfaction, you can rectify that in your email by adding some more specific information. Also, reiterate your interest if appropriate. When you close the email, close with a typical business letter ending, such as sincerely or best regards, and include your whole name and your phone number. Here's an example of an email if you're interested in the job. Dear Ms. Smith, I appreciated the opportunity to learn about the project manager position and how that job fits into the long-range goals of the ABC company. I am very interested in the position and am confident that my 5 years of project management experience would benefit the company. I am looking forward to discussing the position further. Thank you. Best regards, Amanda Jones, and her phone number. You can see that Amanda has taken a few seconds to reiterate not only her interest, but the fact that she has 5 years of project management experience, just in case they may have forgotten that. Now, here's an example of an email if you're not interested in the job. Dear Ms. Smith, thank you for the opportunity to interview for the position of project manager. It was interesting to see how this job fit into the long-range plans of the ABC company. So if you're sure you don't want the job or don't want to be considered further, then you could choose option 1. While I thoroughly enjoyed the interview, I don't feel the position is right for me at this time. I know whoever is selected for the position will be fortunate to work for the ABC company. But if you'd like to leave it a little more open, you could just say, I enjoyed meeting you and the other interviewers and hearing about your experiences within the company. Thank you again. Best regards, Amanda Jones. In either case, grammar, spelling, and punctuation are essential. Correct grammar, correct spelling, and correct punctuation. So please take a look at Spell Check and Grammarly before you send your email. Whether you did well or not so well in the interview itself, you can still leave the employer with a final good impression. And you just never know how that will pay off in the future. Thanks for joining me, and happy careering.